Hi everyone, this is Alan from BMW Durham, and today we've got another new arrival. It's the 2022 BMW X7 xDrive40i in Alpine White. Alright, so based on what I've been seeing with my content, it looks like you guys really like my BMW X7 content, so I finally got one that actually has the bench in the center in the second row as opposed to the captain's chairs, because all the other ones that I've featured so far were in that configuration. So I'm glad I finally got this one so I can show you what that looks like inside. Now before we get into any of the inside, I want to go through the outside. So right now we've got the BMW LED headlights. We've got this nice huge one-piece chrome kidney grille, and we have the 22 inch, I keep on saying 22 inch multi-spoke 757 wheels. That looks really awesome. And we've got in Alpine White with the chrome accent across the bottom, running the length of the vehicle. And being the X7 flagship SUV, and obviously looks really good. Let me just get those tail lights on for you so you can see what they look like. All right, car looks great. Okay, so let's start off at the back of the vehicle. So I'm just going to kick under the car so we can get this to open. So we've got both upper and lower tailgate opening there. Now we've got a button down here that will lift or lower the lower tailgate, and then we've got this button here to lower the vehicle for air suspension. Now back here we've got this little cargo cover here which you can flip up just to hide the contents you may have back here behind the third row. And down here, just want to point out, so the cargo cover is actually stored underneath here, and underneath here we've got the carpeted floor mats because the winter floor mats are already installed in the floor, and we've got the pillows for the headrest for the third row. So let me just grab those from under here. So here are the third row headrest pillows. And we also have a little cargo net down here as well. Now, I'm just going to do something back here so you guys can see. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to take this piece off. And I'm going to take this piece off just so I can lift this up one more time and show you that underneath here, we've got our tow hook. And underneath on the other side, we have our wheel lock key. Now, on the sides back here, so there is actually a storage space down here that you could potentially put something in, and a little bit down here as well, just a little bit of space. So let me just put this piece back down, and let me just get these pieces back into place here. So next, let's take this piece right out. So you just pull it out, comes out very easily, and I just want to next just press this button down here so we can have the lower tailgate go up. And I'm just going to press this button here so it starts blinking to let us know that it started to happen. And in actuality, the front suspension's lowering first, and once that's all the way down, then we'll see the back suspension lower. So now that the car is in its lowered position, we will now see a solid light here on this light, and it should be a little bit easier to load things in and out of the vehicle just because the car is a little bit lower, as well as for passengers to get in and out of the car. Now, let's talk a little bit about these buttons over here. So this button here is going to be for maximum vehicle occupancy, so all the seats are already up. These buttons here will fold down the second row, and these buttons here will fold down the third row. Now you can also lift them up with these buttons, but what I want to do is I'm going to press max storage space. So we're going to see the middle row actually go down. So in all the other videos I've made, we had captain's chairs in the centers, so we never actually saw the center actually go down because the captain's chairs don't actually fold all the way flat. And now that we've made some space by moving the second row to get the third row down, the second row will also fold flat. Now once it's folded flat, you have these little stirrups on the side to hook the seat belt into so it's out of the way. So let me just get that done on either side. And you'll see that you actually have a little cup holder on each side, and that little slot that you see there and there is where the cargo cover will fit into if you have the third row down. Now, while we actually have the third row down, I just wanted to show you that little sunroof at the rear here. So it actually has some lighting controls here, and over here, I'm going to try to just zoom in, we've got the rear heated seats. Not sure why that one is upside down though. I've never seen that before. I'm going to ask somebody about that. Alright, so now that we have everything folded down, I just want to show you if we press maximum vehicle occupancy, we'll see that start blinking. The second row will move forward, allowing space for the third row to come up. Once the third row is up, if you did want to flip the headrests up, you just manually flip them up, but if you don't want them, you pull the string to bring it down. And now we can see the second row. Sorry about that, we ran out of space partway through filming, but managed to get some more space now. So we see the second row is now up, and I'm just going to use my foot to kick underneath the car to get everything to close. So now if we open from the second row, so I just want to show you, the second row seats do have some features here in terms of power. If you press this button, the seat will go forward so that you can actually get to the third row. If you press the button over here on the top, the seat will fold flat, or it will go back up so that you can either use the space or so you can sit on the chair. And you also have these buttons back here that will fold down the third row for you. So this is the left one, this is the right one, or the other way if you're looking at it from the other perspective. And you've got the exact same buttons on the other side as well to do the exact same thing. So let me just press this button again to get this seat to go back into the correct position. So the seats do fold down in a 60-40 split, and in the center here you also have an armrest with storage and cup holders, but you also have the pass-through through the center and here as well. You've got the USB Type-C charging port, you have the accessory port, you've got the pocket, you've got some vents on the back of the center console, rear climate controls with rear heated seats, USB Type-C charging ports, and 12-volt plug down there as well. And this one also has the Sky Lounge panoramic roof, so whatever ambient color you have as your lighting for the interior will also show up in your panoramic sunroof, which is awesome. Now entering from the passenger side, so this one has the fine wood grain ash black trim with chrome or bronze effect, I think it's called. And we've got that massive display. So this one actually has a touchscreen. And if we open this one up, it has heated and cooled cup holders, but it does not have the wireless charger. It has a communication pad there instead. And we've got everything blacked out here, air suspension controls, everything's nicely appointed. And an X5, X6, X7, you'll get heated armrests with the heated seats as well. And in here we've also got the perforated black Vernosca leather, which looks very nice, very comfortable, and very supportive. Entering from the driver's side, so over here we've got all of our window controls, memory seats. This is to make it so that by pressing that on, the driver's seat control controls the passenger seat, so that way you can adjust the seat for your passenger without having to teach them how to use all the controls. You have these buttons here to allow passengers to get into the third row, and power seat controls. So we've got forward, backward, up, down, but twisting this will change the angle of the seat. And we've also got side bolster, lumbar, recline, top half of the chair recline, and we've also got headrests going up and down with power as well. And we've also got this that can fold to shape to your head as well. Alright, so this is what it looks like when you're inside the vehicle. This one does have the heads-up display, but it's just not on right now. And we have just regular cruise control here. Everything is galvanic, which means all the controls are all silver. And this is pretty well what it will look like from here. Now, just also wanted to point out, specifically with the X7, you have these buttons here to close and open the rear sunshade, which you can control from here. Since other vehicles don't have that sunroof at the back, you don't normally have these two controls here, and then you also have your sunroof control here as well. Now, I'm sure this probably won't show up on camera very well, but I'm just switching the colors of the ambient lighting to see if we can get that Sky Lounge to show up with this much light still. Doubt it. Do a little remote start, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that was our overview of the 2022 BMW X7 xDrive40i in Alpine White. I hope you liked that video. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.